Hello and welcome to the second women's division matchup of the day. This time, the number 2 University of Alabama Frozen Tide are taking on the number 7 Auburn University Tigers, and we've got an exciting matchup between two teams. Bama controls the season series, three wins, no losses versus Auburn. They met at Columbus in the final game of the weekend, saw the Crimson Tide come out on top, and then they met in January with Auburn taking 6-2 and 5-2 wins, and their X factors on this team being Natalie Cutts and Claire Cartson. And Noah, Auburn, we watched them at the Gasparilla Showcase. What are you looking for from this team in this game?
You know, I think they have a strong defensive structure against a really powerful Alabama team. They've won their last 4 games leading into this playoff, so Auburn on a hot streak, and they're looking to take down Alabama here in the Iron Cup.
You know, another SEC school matchup. We just had one on this rink before, Alabama and Tennessee, and both teams in the huddle getting some advice as we're getting ready, and we'll have starting lineups in the national anthem. But first, we have to talk about it. This is the second game of the day, as mentioned, and South Carolina took a win early this morning versus USF in a barn burner, 8-6. And this is the second game. We got Tampa versus Georgia starting shortly at 3:15, and then the last women's division game of the day, Clemson versus Florida, 4-5. Should be a couple good games today. Really excited to get the women's division in action this weekend at CHS playoffs.
Yeah, this women's division really is up for grabs this year, and that's probably the first time it has been in a while. Obviously, everyone talks about Tampa. This Alabama team is right there with them, and you could have a team like Florida or Clemson jump in and take that spot as well. And it looks like we've got the starting lineups here. The public address system is a little bit quiet here, but we'll leave it to them.
And we're back after the starting lineups and the national anthem as both teams will get ready. And Noah, 2 top goaltenders in the CHS division this year. Give us the numbers between the pipes for both sides.
Yeah, for Alabama, number 84, Natalie Coates, 9-4 on the season of 408 goals against average, but also an 8.78 save percentage, but she's got 2 shutouts out of those 9 wins this season. And for Auburn, number 48, Emma Gurton, 3-3 on the year. She's got a shutout, and we talked about the Gasparilla Showcase that we called. She was fantastic in that game. She's going to have to step up here against the Frozen Tide.
Yeah, she's got to have a big game. Alabama has a deeper roster than what the Tigers have. And so it will come into play late in this game. But something I said on the CHS playoff preview podcast leading up to this weekend is that if Auburn can get rolling with their lines, they've got a lot of star power, Cassidy Cross, Avery Jean. If they can get those lines rolling, get the offense start early, they can frustrate this Frozen Tide team and take advantage early.
We talked about their defensive play as well, where they must have blocked about 50 shots in their game against Clemson. You know, we lost track, but they're going to have to play that way against this Alabama squad as we get ready to go here.
And the Frozen Tide were the CHS Women Division champions last season in their first year, have been the only CHS team to hand Tampa a loss. And they look to get back to that this year at the CHS playoffs, looking to come out on top, become back-to-back CHS Women's Division champions. As we get set for the puck drop, Zong in there versus Zahoracek. Frozen Tide win this one. Running back for it is Matthew. She's pressured by Zong, who has Goriano in the slot and taken away by Morgan Grzybowski. She'll skate it up, trying to find a pass in front. Dunked back into the zone. Murphy Fishback for it for the Tigers. Sends it around the boards. Guriano for it. She'll get it to the blue line, but not out.
Nice save there from Girton.
Girton getting tested early. Got to find a way to get into a groove. He's going to see a number of shots in this one. Bama no stranger to firing shots, but Bama also has a tough defensive game. Along the boards, kept in the zone by Grzybowski. Along the far side board, Auburn gets it up and out. Skating after it. It's Forsyth. Kept in the zone by Cassie Cross. She'll battle along the boards. One of the leading scorers for this team. Ariana tried to dump it deep. And down Donato back for it. Donato's the captain of this squad. And Sienna Moe tried to play it, but she was offside, so had to leave it. And now Donato carrying it up. Drops it for Cross. Cross the shot. Cuts gets the save. Back out behind the net.
Good rush there from Auburn. And Donato using the speed and finds Cross in the middle of the ice. She got a good shot off, but and nice defensive structure from the Frozen Tide.
As now they're going to drive it up the far side boards. Zahorchak trying to play it, moving it up. It's sent back into the Frozen Tide zone, but they'll get it up. And now Kolar skating after it. That one played by Isabella Quigley out to the neutral zone, and Claire Carson, last year's Women Division MVP, is out on the ice. A threat to score every time she steps over the boards. And now she's taking it up herself. Forced outside. Takes a shot. Girton with the save. It's back behind the net. Kolar with it. Tried to dump it to the point for Allie Roth. That one's sent out. Trying to get some fresh legs.
Yeah, on that last rush there, Claire Carson, she had Kohler cutting to the net. Couldn't quite find her, but Carson was looking for that shot, but a nice save there from Girton.
As that one's ice, so faceoff's going to slide back into the Frozen Tide zone. And something to mention, Allie Roth, playing on this Crimson Tide team, is a transfer from Miami University's women's program. Played there last season.
Yeah, she's a four-sport athlete in high school. 4 sports. Can you believe that?
I always say I think hockey athletes are some of the most athletic, play a lot of sports. You see lacrosse, soccer, a lot of the times as this one drove in by Auburn, flipped up into the boards as Frozen Tide tried to clear. And that's what makes hockey athletes so great.
Yeah, a lot of the top players, they tell you, oh, I played all these different sports growing up.
So that one rolls in on cuts, and that one saved another shot. That one gets blocked in front. Comes out loose for Guriano. Couldn't get a shot away. Still battling down low. Zong trying to create an opportunity there. Now skated up the other way. Pushing and shoving and coming away with it is Rachel Green. Excuse me, Hannah Green. push it into the zone. Now Murphy Fishback dumps it into the zone, but not able to get it in as that one bounced off of Valley Rough. Now trying to move it up. Guriano sent it forward. Back for Dirksen. She's playing it back behind Cuts. She'll move it up. Gets it out of the zone. Skates it up to neutral ice. Gets it to Scott. No offsides. That one was close and dumped back. Trying to play the pass was Matthew. She'll skate back for it. Now on the far side boards. Henry plays it. Cross ice to Sheely. One of the seniors on this squad. And now Corson played it up. Auburn has a chance on the rush. Stick rolls that one into the zone. Pass out in front. Matthew seals it along the blue line, dumps it deep into the zone. Played out for Scott. Alabama was looking for a call for a trip, maybe saying a stick got in the skate there. So now Donato skating back for it. For the Tigers. Moves it up out of the reach of Zumba, who also plays goalie. Zumba plays goalie for this Tiger squad, but is in as a skater, and this one tries to get a shot. That one bounces off of Matthew's skate out into the corner. Wrap back around behind the boards. Auburn trying to skate up on the forecheck. Grzybowski comes away with it. She'll flip it cross ice. Now Cross with it. A speed threat, but she's alone as Auburn was changing. Had a toe drag move. She'll try to fire a shot. That one gets sent out to the corner. Tried to find a pass into the slot. Nobody home at first. Fumbled around as some help from the Tigers was almost there.
Yeah, very impressive from Cassidy Cross. She made something out of nothing there, 1-on-4, and she was able to make a play towards the middle of the ice.
As the Horacek drops it for Grzybowski, over to Krako, back in front to Grzybowski, and just can't find it on her stick.
Oh, an odd man rush there for the Frozen Tide, but can't get a shot off. You have to get something there if you're in an odd man rush like that.
Both teams trying to find their footing early in this one. 13:39 left to go in the first period. One of the best chances of the game. Krako moves it to Zahoracek. She skates it down, has it knocked off her stick by Hannah Green. Out down low into the corner, battle on the near side boards. Now skating it up was the Tigers. Alabama takes that one away. They'll dump it deep. Isabella Quigley sends it around the boards, kept in at the blue line by Banduveris. Now skating it down. Skating into it, a shot. Girton makes a big save. That one had a lot on it. Sienna Moe fires one towards the net. Girton, another save. Now trying to move it up. Auburn forces Alabama to skate back. Banduveris cross ice. Sienna Moe battling for it. Is against Quigley there. Turned over. Now Zhang has it. Tried to move it up, but Kolar keeps it in the zone. Pass to the slot. Nobody home. Now Forsyth skating it up. Dumps it into the corner. Alabama taking that one away. Claire Carson has it on her stick. Second shift of the game. She'll shoot. Girton makes a pad save out to the corner. Carson chase after it. She slides down into the slot shot, and Girton getting the glove on that one.
That was our first stoppage in about 5 or 6 minutes. But Carson walking down Main Street. But Girton gets in front of that wall, squares up nicely, and he makes the brilliant glove save.
And we talked about it at Gasparilla Showcase, but what a setup on the goalie pads by Emma Girton. And one of the more interesting designs, and I love it. It's a great design.
Yeah, well, what they say, you look good, you feel good, and you play good.
And she's proven that here with 2 big saves on last year's Women's Division MVP. Is it skated down into the zone, in on Girton, a backdoor try, almost for Sheely, but couldn't find it. Pass out into the slot, a shot, and Girton getting the save.
Couple of great A chances for the Frozen Tide. Sheely on the back door, but that puck just missed her stick. But Alabama's starting to put the pressure on. Auburn's going to have to bend but not break.
And Emily Scott set for the draw. Alabama wins it, comes out of the zone as Corson wasn't able to keep it in. Has Matthew, D-to-D pass in the neutral zone, sent up ice for Henry. Henry has Scott. Sheely on the back door, tries to shoot it. And Girton gets that one in the glove. Auburn struggling to find some shots on net. Alabama's had most of the opportunities, and Girton has answered the call.
Yeah, their stars are going to have to come out here this afternoon. They want to have a chance.
I mentioned it. Both teams just trying to fill it out. Been a little bit since some of these teams have had some games. Almost somewhat of a 2-week break before playoffs. And some teams don't have as much ice time to practice. Now Goriano flips it up. It's on the far side board. Zong didn't see it. She'll skate after it. She'll grab it. And flipped out of the zone almost by Scott, and she'll complete it there. Comes out, and Donato's playing that one for the Tigers. Got it up to Croteau there. Just couldn't get it on her stick, and now Guriano has it. She's pressured by Krako. Krako comes away with it. She'll skate back behind Cuts. Flips it up the boards, but not out. Auburn kept it in, pushed it into the corner, and now a battle along the boards. Comes out for Murphy. Fishback, a shot. Putz gets the glove on it, but can't corral that one. But Bama's going to come away with it. Corson the other way, takes a shot. Girton grabs that one and gets a whistle.
Both benches giving stick taps. Alabama for that scoring chance, and Auburn for that great save from Girton.
And the energy from the bench is what also carries some of this game. So both benches have to be in it, cheering on their goalies and cheering on their team. It's a team effort here at CHS playoffs, whether you're on the ice or not.
Yeah, and it's great to see from our perspective here, because as we are in between the benches, seeing how each team reacts to the plays that go on during the game.
Cassidy Cross is out there. Had Hannah Green playing defensively, gets it out. But Van Duveris flips it to the far side boards. So Horchak dumped it in. Cross skating after the puck. Quigley wraps it around the boards. Alabama with some sustained pressure. That was Kolar. And now Roth a shot. And Girton getting the glove on that sharp angle try by Allie Roth.
Alabama putting pressure on, forcing Auburn on their breakouts towards the wall and creating turnovers and then counterattacking. That's what's going to be the key for the Frozen Tide. Creating the turnovers, putting pressure on. They have a much larger bench than the Tigers. So it's just wearing them down and eventually breaking through. That's what's going to be the key for them.
Now Carson with the puck. She'll shoot. That one goes off of a skate in front. Hannah Green gets in the shot lane there. Hit into the board. Making a play there. No penalty. Skrzbowski a shot. Excuse me, that was Van Duveris. Along the blue line. On that pair with Roth. Roth shoots. That one off a stick. Off a skate. Another shot. Girton dives for it. Puck's still loose. Girton stopped it from going in the back of the net. The puck's still moving. Van Duveris sends it into the corner on a shot. Roth skating down. Carson at the point. Looking for the puck to come out. Comes out to Carson. But now Cassidy Cross. Skating, showing the speed. A 1-on-0. Shoots and cuts. Forces her out wide. Lost an edge and catches the corner.
Yeah, Cross is slow to get up, and
she's down in that corner trying to get up. And ref has his hand on the whistle, but can't blow it till Auburn touches it. And Cross is up, skating towards the bench. And we are going to get a whistle as they're going to let Cassie Cross skate off. Took a hard hit into the board.
that's a brilliant play by her. I mean, using her speed, getting that breakaway chance, just lost the handle. But that's a tough play. That's a hard collision into the boards. I think she's a little bit more frustrated than necessarily injured.
Yes. Alabama has that one. Naomi Dirksen flips it to Sheely. Rachel Guriano with it. Near side boards. Now Zhang with it. Driving down the lane. She'll shoot. Cuts with a save. Rebound opportunity. But Dirksen controls that one for the Frozen Tide. Takes it out to the corner. Frozen Tide get it out. Scott skating it up. Toe drag move. She'll shoot. Gurton with the glove.
Yeah. Alabama's had the edge here in this one, but Auburn has had more grade A scoring opportunities. They're taking advantage of some turnovers from the Frozen Tide, and just they're so close to breaking through on some of those chances.
Now puck down low by the Frozen Tide. Back behind the net of Gurton. They're battling for it. They get it out in front, trying to get a shot away. Can't. Gurton gets a pad on that one as Morgan Grzybowski was trying to drive it. Now Goriano with it. She'll shoot. Punts with a save. Thought she had it. Good play by Grzybowski. Zumba was skating down and would have had an open net. That one stayed in the zone for a moment. Off of Hudson. And now Zhang with it. Down into the Frozen Tide zone. No icing. Now Hudson bounced off of a Frozen Tide player trying to seal it at the blue line, but it comes out. Ooh. And now Frozen Tide in the neutral zone. Standing up, Bandugris. She'll shoot. Gurton with the save. Tigers get it out of the zone.
A good chance there on that rebound. Auburn clearing the front of the net as that puck is loose in front.
Now Krako with it. She'll take a shot. Looked like she was trying to get it across. And now Mo in the corner. Van Duveris shot. Gurton able to see that one. That shot came from the blue line.
And we talked about a good energy from both benches. And Alabama pouring it on. And we got to see over the course of the game if this wears down this Auburn team or if they stay sound.
And a shot there almost came out for a rebound. And yeah, Auburn mentioned it, a shorter bench. Bama's had a majority of the chances, and they're pressing the advantage and continuing to do that as Claire Carson was out there, but had it knocked off of her stick.
Yeah, in the sense of when you know you have a shorter bench, that's just a sign that you have to play smarter, keeping everything to the outside, not expending all of your energy each shift, maybe sitting back, letting the play on the outside happen. So it's just all about playing a smarter game.
As Guriano skates it in, she'll insert the zone, but a good back check by Kolar takes that one away. And now Green plays it over to Farrell. Tried to send it to the slot. Nobody home for the Ice Tigers. So now Carson had it. And Kolar's going to dump it in, and they'll change. Hannah Green back for it. Sienna Moe in the forecheck for the Frozen Tide. Has Matthew Girton. Gets a glove on that one, but can't control it. Play keeps it moving. And now Green, far side board, dumps in. Corson played it up the boards, but Zong takes it away. Transfer student for this Tigers team. It's down into the corner. Battling against Matthew is Zhang. Comes away as Scott getting some help. And now it comes out, and then Fishback backhands it into the corner. Groteau in for it. Now Frozen Tide come away with it. Corson skates it up near side boards, using some of that speed. Had it taken away. And now Matthew, cross ice pass. And now Danelle Croteau dumps it in. Excuse me, Danielle. And now Guerriano skates it in. 4 red jerseys in the area. Gets a pass out into the slot. Nobody home. Now a backhand attempt by Donato. Gets it to Guerriano. Good defensive play by Scott.
Yeah, and Donato able to make defensive plays, have a good gap, and turn those turnovers that she's creating into offense for the Tigers. A couple of those opportunities where puck coming her way has a good gap and moves it up the ice to her forwards.
And now this one's sent down the ice by the Tigers. They'll get some fresh legs. So that one didn't go the distance for icing as Vandu Veris. And now Roth is going to chase after it. Set up the ice. Quigley tried to play it deep, but Captain Morgan Grzybowski takes it in for the Frozen Tide. Has a pass out. Tried to get it across to Krako, who was crashing down. And now Krako has it on her stick. She'll skate it down low into the left corner. Gets a shot out front. And Girton robbing Grzybowski, who was down low in the slot.
Yeah, Alabama's doing a good job getting the puck out of the corner into the middle of the ice, and quick shots on goal. Right, you're not going to get much with moving into the middle of the ice and taking your time, dusting it off and shooting the puck. They're good getting quick shots off. But I mean, we've been talking about it this entire first period. Emma Girton standing tall for the Auburn Tigers.
So face off one. Grzybowski kicks it over to Vandu Veris. Trying to get a redirect in front was Zahorchak. And now out to the corner. Grzybowski gets it to Roth. Roth a shot. That one goes in on Girton. And the Frozen Tide have opened the scoring in this one. Zahorchak taps it in.
Yeah, good job by Roth getting that puck through. And just relentless pressure on the rebound. There's Zahorchak. And the Alabama Frozen Tide have broken the ice.
A minute 22 left to go in this first period, and both teams had good opportunities. And you mentioned it, Roth firing that shot from the blue line, gets it on net, and Girton not able to get the cover there, creates a rebound opportunity, and Zahorchak takes advantage of that one. Now the Tigers dump it in, trying to respond, and Vandu Veris, pressured by Zhang. Some teed and defense forces out. Fishback takes a shot. That one's blocked in front by Carson. And we're going to get a whistle here. We're going to get a penalty. And whistle blew when the Crimson Tide touched it. And we'll see who. Looks like Zhang's going to the box, so not sure timing of the whistle. But they're going to call her 2 minutes for tripping with a minute 3 left to go. So an opportunity for this Frozen Tide power play.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is we won't have a break between the first and second, a couple minutes, but they won't resurface the ice. So Alabama will get a minute here. They'll get a couple minutes to talk about the power play and get back to it.
And so they'll look to increase their advantage to 2 late in this first period with under a minute left to go. That one goes in on Girton, sent back behind. And now the Tigers trying to get it clear. Can't. Scott keeps it in. She's got it. Tries to get a shot pass through. Didn't get enough on that one. Forced out of the zone.
Yeah, great clear by Donato.
Donato, the captain of this team, for a reason, makes a smart play there. And you mentioned it. When you've got a short bench, you got to make smart plays, and that was one of them by Donato to get that clear as Corson back for it all the way down in the Frozen Tide zone. 22 seconds left to go. Minute 18 on the power play. They'll dump it in and they'll chase, and that's going to be an icing. Frozen Tide haven't been able to get up, set up, and that icing is likely going to kill off the remainder of this period if the Tigers can win this faceoff.
Yeah, you got to have clean breakouts on the power play and get set up in the offensive zone. That's keeping things simple, too. You don't want to make too complicated of a pass breaking out.
And that's what that one was, which set up the icing with 10 seconds left to go. And a good job by the Tigers just putting some pressure on. And you mentioned it, no ice cut between the two periods. And a shot, that one runs in on Klutz, and that will do it for the first period. So we'll take a short break while the two teams talk it over again. No ice cut, so we'll be back shortly. Alabama will have 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Have a 1-0 lead through one. And we'll bring you the second period when we come back on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. And welcome. So it should be, looks like there's a minute 33 left to go.
Yeah, the score clock ran down with the intermission timer.
As a shot there, saved by Girton. That was Banduveris taking that shot. And a shot there. That one gets redirected out wide, hit a body in front. Now Roth back for it, has it in the neutral zone for the Frozen Tide. And Coach Zach Small talking with the ref about that penalty, said maybe too much time on it. Penalty should be over by now. As now this puck dumped into the zone.
Nice job by Guarino.
As now Grzybowski skates it in. Goriano tries to get it clear. Zahorchak. Roth. And now Zhang steps out of the box. Girton makes a save. Puck still loose. Battling in front. Zhang with a great defensive play out of the box. Stopped Ali Roth from tucking that one in. Now Claire Carson skating it down with some speed. She'll shoot. Try to go block her side on Girton, and Girton forced that one out to the corner. Now battle down low in the corner. Comes out for Zhang. She'll wrap it around. Trying to get it out. Pinned once again along the boards. Goriano down there. Now Zhang skates it up. As Zumba shot in on cuts, makes the save. Now Emily Scott through the neutral zone, skates it towards the far side boards. Deeks gets in the slot and has that one blocked. Goriano getting a stick there, still loose out in front. Bobbling puck. Frozen Tide find it. Henry takes a shot. Scott was in the slot and had a chance to shoot that one, but just bounced over her stick. Another shot, Girton making the save. Bounces out in front. Tigers trying to get a clear and can't. Corson, good hustle keeping that one in. And now Henry pass along the blue line to Matthew. Matthew a shot. Girton drops down into the butterfly, makes a save there. Comes back out to Matthew at the blue line. Cross ice path to Sheely in front. Trying to get a tic-tac-toe play. Henry takes a shot there. Kicked out by Girton. Now in front, Zhang has it. She'll try to get the clear. Bounces it off the board. And now she's got some speed going downhill. Has Goriano in the slot. 1-on-1. Goriano shot. Zhang tips it in. And we are tied up. As Zhang's going to head through the handshake line. After tying that one up, Noah.
Yeah, that was all from Zhang, getting that puck out off the boards, hard out, and she skates into it. And the defender comes to her. She gets that in the middle to Guarino. And the Auburn Tigers relentless on the rebound. And Zhang is the one that ultimately puts that one home, and Auburn has tied this one up.
Taking advantage of the bouncing puck, and it was great defense by Zhang, and you mentioned it. It starts with that zone clear, playing it to herself off the boards. That sets up that goal, and now Claire Carson out there trying to respond. She'll skate it in. She'll shoot top shelf, and she'll tuck it in.
What a snipe from Claire Carson. Moving her feet through the neutral zone, breaks wide, and that's just an unstoppable shot over the shoulder of Girton. And Alabama responds.
As that'll be her 14th goal of the year. She's got 70 career points over 2 seasons, second in women's scoring all time. And you have to watch Claire Carson every time she's on the ice, and that was the reason there. She's a threat to score, and she takes the lead for the Frozen Tide as they're continuing to pressure. Kolar inside into the corner. Fouling down low. Sean, the goal scorer for the Tigers out there. Tried to clear it out. That one shot across by Roth. Sent it to the corner. Now down low for Sienna Mo. Taken away. Donato backhands it around the boards. Tigers are playing that one. Try to get it out. Kept in by Van Duveris. And now out the other way. Now Avery Zhang skating it downhill. Takes a shot. That one pad saved by Cuts out to the corner. Still down low in the zone. Zhang battling for it. Kind of knocked off of her stick. Sienna Mo the other way in a one-on-one against Captain Gabriel Donato.
Another great defensive play by Donato.
Forced that puck out wide to the boards and allowed team to get back defensively, and they get the clear. Forcing the puck all the way back down. Now Zahorachek moving it up the other way. And now Green tries to flip it up, but can't get it out. Zahorachek takes a shot, and she'll score. Zahorachek tallies her second goal of the game and increases the lead to 2 for the Frozen Tide.
We're seeing a bit of a defensive breakdown from Auburn, but it's a long game, and we talked about it. The shortened bench for the Tigers, they start to come into play here. But again, they got to continue to play smart and keep everything to the outside. Well, that's a brilliant goal there from Zahorchak.
Yeah, just let Zahorchak skate into the zone uncontested into the slot, and that's where the percentage of scoring goes up drastically when you get into that spot in the offensive zone. And that increases the lead to 2 for the Frozen Tide. As now it's turned over, Goriano takes a shot. That one goes back behind the net. Burrell tries to play that one, gets it out to the slide. Goriano takes a shot and Cuts with the save.
And Guarino's teammates on the bench can't believe that one. It's a great save there from Kutz. All alone in the slot, too.
Yeah, Cuts has had a great season for this Frozen Tide team. Came into the playoffs leading all goalies in wins in the women's division. So they rely on her as the backbone. And now a 2-on-1 the other way. Scott in the slot, a shot. Girton with the save. And she'll get the cover there. Taking that shot was Kerrigan Henry. Right outside that right faceoff dot. Auburn's going to get some fresh legs out there.
You know, even with these couple of goals that Alabama has gotten, Emma Girton still seems unfazed. She seems calm in the net. And that's what you want in a goaltender. But the team in front of her needs to help her out a little bit.
Yeah, and the goals she's given up have been strong shots, and that's another one for the Frozen Tide. Van Duveris scoring that one on a shot from the blue line. Girton tried to get down low, and that one just snuck by 5-hole.
Yeah, lots of traffic in front. That long shot from the point sneaks by Girton. And Auburn's going to call a timeout.
Now looks like they're going to... It looks like we're getting
Yeah, timeout for Auburn.
Yeah, as they want to talk some things over. Coach Zach Small back behind the net. Head coach Jack Rosenhammer not behind the bench today for the Tigers. No, what is the message that Zach Small is trying to give to this team? Down 3 goals, giving up some quick ones.
We're starting to see, I mentioned it, Alabama, their star power is starting to take over. 2 goals from Zahorchak. And again, they're starting to put the pressure on. And we talked about a lot of that's on the forecheck, creating turnovers and getting those chances on the counterattack. They're playing a really strong game so far in this one.
Yeah, and they got some momentum when they tied the game, and then quickly just kind of fell apart after Claire Carson scored 18 seconds later. So have to find a way to keep these top players for the Frozen Tide off the board. Claire Carson has got a goal, 2 assists in this period. Zorchak mentioned it, second goal in this period, assisted by Morgan Grzybowski. And Banduveris, assisted by Kolar Carson. So puck is dropped. Auburn came away with it for a second. Banduveris forced it, and now Roth forced to play it back. And now Santa Mo dumps it in. Claire Carson after it. She's going to pressure Hannah Green. Hannah Green flips it up, and she'll lay a light check there on Roth. And it's a fine line between a hit and a penalty, and that was a good play. You were playing towards the puck, and Roth tried to step into that one, and a light knockdown there as well. That was Courteau. Now Ross shoots it. Girton gets that one with the shoulder on that blocker side. Puck is still loose. Roth with it, has it on her backhand. Switches to her forehand. She'll take a shot. That one goes wide. Claire Carson now skates it into the center of the ice. Drops it for Roth. Roth takes a shot. That one's blocked by Jumba. Had to bounce off of her stick.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense that Auburn needs to have. Let the really strong skaters for Alabama take the puck around the outside of the zone. But then when they go for that shot, get stick on stick.
As a shot from Banduveris from the corner. And yeah, a good job by Jumba. As Dirksen drives in, Girton has that one out wide. Getting the stick on that one, forcing it out to the corner. And now Jumba has it and has a chance to move it up and out. And she takes no time to do that. And now she'll skate onto it in the neutral zone. Now it's up, but delayed offside as Zhang had to come back. Zahorchak skates it in, looking for her third of the game. She'll shoot. That one goes across through the crease. Trying to get it from a sharp angle. Dirksen drops it across to Sineski. Now Krakos slides it in. She'll shoot. Girton makes a save. Hannah Green down in the corner battling against Krako. Comes out. Sineski along the near side boards in the Tigers zone. Tied up back behind the net. Almost landed up back behind the goal. And Girton, that one's jammed in, and she'll get a cover. Krako took a spill to the ice there after the whistle.
Auburn's done a great job coming out of this timeout with their defensive game. You know, I mentioned it previously, but keeping everything to the outside, not allowing those lower percentage scoring opportunities, the shots from at a wide angle. Auburn's been doing a great job at forcing those chances as opposed to the high danger ones in the middle of the slot.
Yeah, and Zach Small saw something that he wanted to fix after giving up some quick goals, and it's worked so far. They looked refocused as now Grzybowski skating it down low, kept out wide, had to dump it back around the boards. Krako sends it around Grzybowski down low, trying to find a pass. Finds Matthew. Matthew takes a shot. That one's saved by Girton. Forcing that one back out wide. Farrell battling down low. Sent out in front. Trying to get a stick on. Matthew has it. Driving. Girton with the save. Now back down low into the corner. So Horchak. Now Corson with a shot. Girton gets down, saves that one. Grzybowski battling down low in the corner. And now Krako is skating it, but Quigley gonna get a clear. Excuse me, that was the captain, Donato. Now sent cross ice. DeGreco had it taken off of her stick. Now Avery Zhang stepping off of the bench, had a chance to maybe skate into that one, pass just out of reach.
Yeah, good look there from Donato on the counter attack for Auburn. Like you just mentioned, just out of the reach of Avery Zhang.
And now Henry skating it along the near side board, had it knocked off of her stick, comes out of the zone. Van Duveris has one of the goals in this period. Dumps it back into the corner. Avery Zhang's there. She'll flip it out. Marino moving it up. Now Scott with it. She'll skate it down center ice. And a good stick by Donato. Scott was trying to drive it into that high danger area. And you mentioned it, keeping it out wide, and that was an example of it there by Donato.
Yeah, and that's also good gap control as a defender. Not letting them get too much time entering the zone. That's a perfect play by the captain for Auburn.
Now Allie Roth flips it out the board, but Avery Zhang keeps it in. She has it on her backhand. Trying to get back behind, cuts back, passes it into the slot. Berteau couldn't find that one. Fishback dumps it in. Hannah Green up in the play. Backhand pass. Couldn't get through. That was Banduveris. Once again with the stick, it does get out to the slot, but Roth is there. Makes a save. She'll flip it out. Shealy tried to play it, sent along the boards and into the Auburn zone, and a hit there. And now Mo is lost in her skate. Scott had a chance to play it. Banduveris dumps it back into the zone. Delayed offside. Had to touch up. Now Hannah Green after it. She'll dump it back behind Cuts. Along the near side boards. And down low in the corner. Battling in the Tiger zone. Along the far side boards. Frozen Tide with it. Good play by Quigley, trying to force it out of the zone, but Candace Sineski keeps it in. Bouncing into the slot. A shot there by Dirksen. That one goes wide. Frozen Tide with a lot of sustained zone time here. And now Zhang skates it out, trying to at least get some fresh legs out there. Now Dirksen has it. Now Claire Carson trying to drive in. Dirksen has it on her backhand, can't get a shot, drives it down into the slot. Girton forces that one back behind the net. Quigley challenging Dirksen. Dirksen tries to turn and shoot and just tries to jam it home. Comes out, Fishback backhands it, but it's not out. Girton with the save, still loose. Zahorchak makes a move, passes in front, open net. And Grzybowski robbed by Girton, and we're going to get a whistle. And net comes off, so no change for the Tigers after Girton makes that save.
An onslaught of pressure from the Alabama Frozen Tide. Somehow, Auburn able to keep that puck out of the back of the net.
So Zahorchak had an opportunity, won that faceoff. Matthew with the shot, and Girton making the save there. So puck to the right of Girton. That one shot in by Corson, goes wide, another shot. Girton makes the initial save, puck is still loose. Back behind the net. Tigers have a chance to skate it out. That's Green. On those far side boards. Takes it herself, and she'll try to drive it into the offensive zone. Loses it. Now Corson stole it away, but sent back in on the right side of the red line, so no icing. Matthew sends it to Krako. Now Zahorchak to Grzybowski. Back to Zahorchak. She shoots. Curtin makes a save. Still loose. Back behind the net. Trying to poke it in along the far side post. Curtin making another save. Puck still loose. Curtin somehow getting the glove on it. Another shot. She's being hounded. She's down in her crease. And she'll make the save.
And the Auburn bench is loving that. Great play there on the breakout that led to the 2-on-1 for Alabama. Just a quick touch pass. And Zahorchak, a good shot there. Then Alabama staying relentless off of that rebound. And again, Emma Gurton somehow keeping that puck out along with the Auburn defense.
Now down into the corner. Battling along the near side boards. Cross ice and out. Banduveris chasing after it. Kicks it up the boards to Henry. Henry to Scott. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity. Scott takes a shot. Gurton stands up and makes a save there. And now Donato skating it up. Gets the pass across to Clydesdale. She's angled off by Henry. That one bounces over the stick of Hudson. Donato goes back to play it. She'll play it up the boards. Out of the reach of Green. Roth there. Takes it, but not able to drive it into the zone. Now it comes across for Henry. Henry drops it back to Banduveris, who has Roth. Roth sends it up to Sheely. She'll chase after it. Hudson plays it. Looks like maybe she got a stick in between the legs of Sheely there, but no call. That one redirected. That looked like it might have come loose there. Gurton in her crease. And now Roth with it. She'll shoot and she'll score. The new addition to this team this year transferred from the University of Miami, and she gets on the board in this one.
That's a strong shot from the point. That puck had eyes, and that found its way into the back of the net. But Roth walks the blue line and just gets a quick shot off. Great goal there from the sophomore out of Miami of Ohio.
Gets her 9th goal of the season. Already has an assist in this one. This puck is dropped. Won by the Frozen Tide. They try to dump it back in. Have a 4-goal lead in this one. Big period for this team. Now they're trying to get it out of their zone. Sienna Mo with it. Near side boards. Moving it up, driving down low is Mo. She shoots. Gurton makes the save. Bounces out of the zone. Dirksen had to come back and play it for the Frozen Tide, and now she'll try to skate it in. She'll drop it off to Carson. Carson driving down low. Forced out wide, has to circle back. And now she'll drive down low. She'll shoot. That one's saved and cleared. And has enough on it. No icing, though. Waved off. Sineski comes back to play it. Clydesdale keeps it in the blue line. Has it bouncing around. Forces it down low. Sienna Mo battling for it. Avery Zhang skates into that one. She'll drive it down into the corner. And now Claire Carson has it going the other way. A 2-on-2. Drops it off for Kolar. Kolar with the backhand pass to Mo. Wasn't able to keep it on her stick as Quigley gets it out of the Tiger zone. And now Matthew gets it to Carson. Carson cuts back, patrolling that blue line. She'll pass it down low to Grzybowski. Couldn't get a stick on that one to redirect it. Now to the point for Corson. Corson takes a shot. That one just goes wide. Blocker side. Backhands out of the zone, but Matthew at center ice keeps it from going the full length. Trying to dump it in. Zahorchak comes away with it. As Krako backhand in on Girton, and Girton's going to cover that one up with 2:03 left to go in the second period.
These top players for Alabama, you know, we've mentioned her all afternoon long. Claire Carson been able to create opportunities just from moving her feet, finding that open space and making plays. It's very impressive from one of the top players on this Frozen Tide squad.
And they're going to look for that a lot from her in this playoffs, as Tampa has been the team to beat this year, hasn't had a loss this season, and that one covered up by Girton. Alabama, Frozen Tide, just one CHS loss on the season. So both teams nearly perfect with the CHS record. That one's covered up again by Girton. So Bama gonna keep the puck in the zone. Alabama's only CHS loss of the year was to Tampa. And that was all the way back at the beginning of the season at the Columbus Classic. Now Corson takes a shot. That one's saved by Girton. Now Matthew to Krako. Krako battling far side boards. Chips it around into the corner. Gets it out front for Grzybowski. Had it knocked off of her stick. Tigers will get it out. And now Hannah Green skating after her. She has an angle. She shoots and cuts. And she scores! Hannah Green sneaks it 5-0 on Natalie Kutz.
And we talked about it earlier. Auburn, the way they're going to get their chances is by chipping it out and going. They have some players with speed like Hannah Green, and she just showed that right there. Didn't quite get it on the first shot there, but she followed up on the rebound and put that one home.
And that's what it's about for this Tigers team. I said at the beginning, the speed is what killed. You cannot let this Frozen Tide team get set. And they took advantage of a sloppy turnover, took it the other way, drove downhill hard, and found the way to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and we've talked about how good all of Alabama's players have been as strong skaters. But with anyone, even no matter how skilled, you put pressure on them early, they have a chance to turn the puck over.
Yeah, didn't let them get set in the cycle. We've seen a cycle from them a couple times. That one goes down, no icing, as that one was an errant pass. Roth back for it. Roth and Banduveris have been a strong D pairing for this team so far in this one, but Donato skates it in. She drives downhill with some strength. Gets out into the crease. And a good team defensive play there. Helping out goaltender Natalie Kutz. And now Roth breaking up in the play. Has a goal in this one. She'll look to get another. She shoots off the iron. Rips that one off the top crossbar. And now Auburn still, Alabama still buzzing. Sienna Moe has it forced to her backhand. Tries to switch it to her forehand. She has it knocked off her stick. Croteau dumps it out of the zone. Garino sends it out. Allie Roth going to chase after that one. And that'll do it for the second period. Big period for the Frozen Tide. And we will get an ice cut in between this period. Bama added on a couple of goals. Auburn adds one late. It's been a good one, Noah. If you're Auburn, what's the message going in? You get you get a break, get some fresh legs out there after the intermission. What's the message for the team from Zach Small?
Well, that goal was huge, and I think getting that one late in the period, that gives them that belief. They're only down by 3. You just got to take it one goal at a time. That's 3 shots. And they just have to continue to have that belief in the locker room, in the intermission, having that mindset that, hey, we're still in this game, and go out there and execute.
So 4 goals by the Frozen Tide in this period. Tigers get 2. Still 20 minutes left to go when we come back here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. And we are back here for the third period. Frozen Tide heading into the final period of play in their first game of CHS playoffs, up 5-2. And looking to move on as the number 2 team. Tigers have a lot of work to do if they want to force an upset and move on.
Yeah, and Auburn, the way they're going to get back into this game, we saw it with their second goal, which was late in the second period, where they put pressure on Alabama's players. They force a turnover and chip that puck ahead and go after it with their speed and create opportunities that way on the counterattack. Now, Alabama, on the other side, they've gotten a lot of their goals this afternoon from off of the rush. We've seen them get sustained pressure in the offensive zone, and Auburn's able to play a structured defensive style and keep everything to the outside and not allow those goals to happen. So Alabama, they want to generate chances off the rush. They want to make the most of those opportunities.
And it's been those strong drives downhill from both teams that have set up goals. So this one will be decided by which team can get going, drive downhill. And it's a big hole for the Tigers to climb out of. They've got to rely on their top players. And Alabama, one of the teams that is a powerhouse, does have a chance to win the conference, is looking to defend their championship from last year as Auburn wins the opening faceoff. Krako takes it away, and Zahorchak has it. She'll try to get a shot away. Couldn't get enough on that one. Good defensive stick by Quigley. And now Corson gets it to Zahorchak. Over to Grzybowski. Has Krako in the slot, tries to get it there and can't. Good defensive play by Murphy Fishback. And now Krako with it, gets it out in front. Quigley sends it out wide. Matthew plays it back into the corner for Grzybowski. Has Zahorchak moving down. She makes a save. Girton making 2 saves there. Gave up a rebound opportunity and had to make a quick second save.
Yeah, she's able to find that one. Good job by Emma Girton. Again, Alabama. This top line for the Frozen Tides, Zahorchak, Grzybowski, and Krako, they've been all over the offensive zone this afternoon.
Van Duveris fires one. That one goes wide. Second line out there. Kolar driving downhill, tries to get a shot away. Tied up there. Good defensive sticks by Auburn. As they try to force it out, Claire Carson's out there, part of the second unit. And now moving it up and taken away by Van Duveris. Flipped out.
Yeah, Carson making a play to the middle of the ice and Auburn converging on her.
Shot there by Rod. Girton makes a save and she'll get the cover. Carson has tried to drive it downhill a number of times, and Auburn doing a good job closing off those angles, not allowing her to get shots away.
And for Auburn, Murphy Fishback, she had a great shift to start this third period, and notice at least 2 or 3 great defensive plays on grade A Alabama chances.
So Scott takes the draw, wins it over Green and down into the corner. Flipped out, but can't get it out of the zone. Are the Tigers? Sineski keeps it in. Down low in the corner. Strong push there. That's Hudson. Henry comes away with it, trying to get it to the blue line to Dirksen. And now Hannah Green skating it up. She fires that one in on Cuds, goes for the rebound. She'll shoot again, and that one goes back behind. Nets off, and no whistle. Ref's just going to fix that one, keep play moving.
Great play by Donato, going across the ice, waiting for her teammate to get back on side.
And now that one in on Cuts, and she'll get a save. Hannah Green had a good opportunity driving down, had that goal at the end of the second period And another opportunity for her in this one.
Yeah, almost very similar opportunity there, causing the turnover in the defensive zone and just going. But yeah, good defensive play there from Alabama.
So face off to the right of Cuts. Bama wins that one. Corson is going to skate it back behind Cuts. Skating up through the near side board, gets it out of the zone. A strong drive along the near side board to get that one out, and Zhang's going to try to dump it back in. Good pressure by Krako along that blue line. They will get it in. It's now battling down low, Skrto. And now Zahorchak moves it up. Staying after it is Donato. She'll flip it up to Croteau. Had it bounce over her stick. Corson back up the ice. Zahorchak. And now Krako sliding it down. Tries to get a pass maybe off to Zahorchak, who's on hat-trick watch, but can't get enough on that one. And Floriano sends it into the zone. Skrzbowski's going to play it, the captain, for the Frozen Tide. That one's dumped in. Ref's arms up for icing, and that one's going to come down into the Frozen Tide zone.
Yeah, that pass from Grzbowski was intended for Zahorchak, just a little bit out of reach, and Auburn will get a offensive zone draw.
And Coach Zach Small reminding this team no change, so got some fresh legs out there trying to spark some offense here. Get a goal back in this one. That one gets out of the zone. A good play by Grzbowski laying down. And now moved back. Murphy Fishback plays it. She'll bounce it off the boards. Zumba had to try to play it, got angled off by Krako. Zahorchak will push down on the ice there, and now Frozen Tide moving it up the other way. Playing it back as Fishback. Now send up. Mo had it on her stick. She sends it in. She chases after it. Has Kolar in the slot. Forced to her backhand. Gets to her forehand now. Back behind looking for that pass into the slot. Passes it. Nobody's home. Puck's bouncing around down there. Donato tries to get it out. Kept in by Roth. Then we've said a lot in this one. Sienna Mo drives in. Girton saves it. Puck's still loose, but taken out by Zumba. Zumba also plays goalie for this Tiger squad. Alongside Emma Girton, who's in net now, also dresses as a skater from time to time. Now Roth gets it to Carson. Carson driving downhill. She'll shoot on Girton. Girton makes a save back behind the net. Shot in front by Mo, and excuse me, that was Sheely, and Girton gets the glove on that one.
Good opportunity there for the Frozen Tide. I think if you're Auburn, you want Gabriela Donato out there when a player like Claire Carson is out on the ice. She's played her very well as a defender. Negated chances, gone stick on stick very well in this one this afternoon.
Yeah, smart player, wearing the C on the jersey, and that's a big reason for it. Knows how to play against top players, including Claire Carson. So there's a battle on the near side boards. Stays in. Hudson dumps it deep, but now the Frozen Tide clear it out. Over for Henry. Has Scott in the slot. Skates in, takes a shot. That one goes wide. Now out for Matthew. She'll take a shot. That one wide on the blocker side of Girton. Horson fires that one in. Girton had to play that one's back behind now. Sent across. And a big shot advantage in favor of Alabama in this one, as they found ways to put pucks on net. Auburn not as many shots, but have had some high quality chances. as Donato's along the board there, was on top of the puck. Was able to stand up, and now the Tigers are going to clear that one down, but it's on the wrong side of the red line. Arm up for an icing, and it's going to come down back to the Tiger zone, so no change.
Yeah, we talked about Auburn's defensive game, keeping them in this one. And Alabama, 55 shots on goal. And they're in this one, only a 3-goal game. But Emma Girton with 50 saves in this one. That is not something to look at lightly. That is a fantastic performance so far in this one.
And she's been a stand-up goaltender for them all year. And you mentioned it. Has 50 saves. Despite giving up 5 goals, still has a .909 save percentage. So a good save percentage in this game, despite facing a lot of shots. So now puck sent across. Grzybowski, far side boards. Pressured by Donato. That one sent back. Dirksen has it back behind. Now Zhang with the shot. That one's blocked. Getting in the way of that one was Freya Sineski. Flips it up to Grzybowski, who chips it out of the zone. Quigley's going to be back for that one. She'll dump it in. No icing. As I said, Dirksen was able to play that one. Now Grzybowski sends it across to Krako, and Krako makes a move and tries to drive inside. Will get inside, but has it knocked off her stick, and it goes to Fishback, who will get it out of the zone. Now Auburn's going to send that one in. Ref's arm is up for icing, and they'll wave that one off. 12:10 left to go in the third period. No goals scored in this period. After a 5-6-goal second period. Now Krako plays that one to Roth, and she'll step off for a change. Well, Herjack lost an edge there. She was driving downhill. Fishback plays it back around. Sienna Moe's down there. Roth's playing up into the play. And Duveris fires a shot. That one goes wide. Screen set up by Zahorchek. That one rolls in. Zahorchek couldn't get a shot away. Had it on her backhand. Sienna Moe is tied up in the skates. Bouncing around. Both sides looking for it. Tigers come away with it. Ross steals it. She'll fire it in. Trying to find Moe for a redirection. Well, has it taken away. And now Zahorchak was driving it downhill, out in front of Girton, bouncing around. Good sustained pressure by the Frozen Tide. Quickly trying to get it out. Finally gets it out, and they'll get a change. And now Hannah Green, one of the goal scorers for the Tigers team, she's forced out wide by Roth. And now Kollar's taking it the other way.
Great shift on defense for Auburn. As soon as Alabama got it into the middle of the ice, they converged and didn't let the Frozen Tide get anything. And they turned it into offense, but looks like Auburn will go to the box and Alabama to the power play.
And that's Murphy Fishback in the box. 2 minutes for holding. That's only the second penalty of the game. So, been a relatively clean game. Alabama's a well-disciplined team, and that was just an unfortunate penalty with 10:31. And that definitely hurts the chances of the Tigers to try and get back into this one, as Crimson Tide have already had a bunch of pressure, and they're going to try and take advantage of this power play. And now Donato breaks that one up. She'll push it out. Can't get it down the length of the ice. Still battling for it. Tries to get a pass to a teammate and does. That's Hannah Green with it. She's along the near side boards. She'll dump it down into the zone. Good job by Auburn forcing the Frozen Tide to move 200 feet.
Yeah, great. Again, we keep saying her name, but Gabriela Donato A great defensive play, and she takes the puck up the ice and kills a bunch of time off.
And Zahorchak, she'll take a shot, and Gerton stands tall, makes a big save. Zahorchak had a lot going in her favor. Driving downhill, was able to get a lot on that one, and Gerton just doing a good job getting square to the shot.
As Zahorchak, she's having her chances.
As that one bounces off the stick of Rachel Guarino and out of the zone. Auburn doing a good job on this PK, not giving up too much. Puck comes out again, forcing the Frozen Tide to touch up, and now Grzybowski forced out wide by Zhang. She'll drop it to Carson. Carson trying to skate inside. She'll have a lane. She shoots. Gerton getting the blocker on that one, kicks it out to the corner.
Yeah, Carson walked down Main Street in the middle of the slot all alone. And I don't know how Emma Gerton got the glove on that. That is a brilliant stop.
Yeah, a little too much room there for Claire Carson. I mean, on the power play, you are going to have some of that space, but almost uncontested. Earlier in this one, she drove down and put it top shelf as Frozen Title ice that one there. So Gerton standing tall on that dangerous opportunity by Claire Carson.
And again, here an errant pass from Alabama on the power play. That's something you don't necessarily want. Again, you got to keep it clean on the power play.
As Frozen Tide win that one, and they're going to try to get set up. There's only 14 seconds left to go, and they're going to be onside. Slowed it down, maybe thought they were offside as Van Duveris took a shot there, bounced out to the corner, and Fishback is going to step out, and she's back behind the play. She'll get back into it. That puck is pinned along the boards. Grzybowski and Zahorchak battling for it. Puck comes out for Fishback, fresh out of the box. She'll kick it up to her stick. She'll try to skate it downhill. Has Goriano, gets it over to her, and a good stick by Van Duveris, forcing that one back behind the net as Goriano couldn't get enough on that one.
Yeah, just taking the angle, forcing her wide, and getting stick on stick. Brilliant job there by Van Duveris.
Avery Zhang forced that one into the zone, but Claire Carson comes away with it. She cuts back, and now she'll move it up alone. Frozen Tide in the midst of a change. Carson gets it to Scott with a backhand pass. Scott not able to get a shot away. Fishback takes it away, sends it around the boards. Matthew there for the Frozen Tide, sealing the boards. Sent back around Matthew there once again. Has a passing lane across. Turns back, she'll shoot. That one's blocked by Fishback. Goriano gonna skate it up the other way. Has Donato sitting along that blue line. She'll whip it around, and Goriano not there. Matthew's gonna take that one away. And now Quigley chasing after it for the Tigers in their own zone. She'll send it up. Avery Zhang tried to skate into it, but Sineski's going to take that one away for the Frozen Tide, and now Corson back for it. Kept in by Zhang. She'll find it on her stick. Still pressured. Corson, good job defensively taking that one away, and she'll move it up the near side boards with some speed. Driving downhill into the slot. Fires that one, looking to maybe get a rebound. Tries to backhand it into the slot. Fishback comes away with it. She'll skate it up one-handed. Near side board, she'll dump it in on cuts. She'll just pad that one back behind her. It rolls out back in front. And she'll have to cover. Took a weird bounce there and ended up right in a silver platter for the Tigers.
Yeah, Hannah Green was there in front. Looked like he was kind of in a weird position. They're not able to get all of that shot there. But again, a nice save by Natalie Kutz.
Yeah, got the pad on it and just able to recover and make a big save on a dangerous opportunity that could have cut the lead to 2. And this one rolls down. Kolar skates into it. Gerton, and she'll backhand it in past Gerton. Lifting it over the pad.
Evelyn Kolar gets on the board and using that speed, bit of a break, and that puck got all the way to about the top of the circle, and She got all the way to there. And a nice move, forehand, backhand. Makes no mistake, beats Emma Girton. And Alabama has 6. They have a 4-goal lead.
And that's Kolar's 7th goal of the season. No, a good number of goal scorers getting involved in this game as Put's going to save that one and she'll keep it moving. Setting up the board, Sineski. She's got it on her stick, a 3-on-2. Skates back behind. Out into the slot. Puck's loose. Girton makes a save. Trying to get a shot on it was Carson. Trying to lift it and get a little shove to Green at the end of that one. Sineski has it knocked off. And now sent out by Hudson. Now Dirkston skating it in. Has it taken away. Frozen Tide get possession again. Sent out by the Tigers. Skating downhill is Roth. Comes out to the neutral zone. And now Banduveris tried to play it, but sent back down by Green. Banduveris back for it. Green pressuring on the forecheck. Trying to get a pass out into the slot. Blocked by the Frozen Tides, and now Krako skating in. She's battling Hudson for it. Hudson sends it up the boards. Can't get it out. Zahorchek was trying to set up. Grzybowski was sliding into the slot. Couldn't get there in time. Krako out wide. Dumped into the slot. Grzybowski taking a little check there from Fishback. Now Zahorchek has it into the slot. Girton makes a save, and she'll get the cover.
Get another great opportunity from this top line for Alabama. But again, Emma Girton still having a really strong game.
And on that Kolar goal, Dirksen and Carson gonna get the assist. So that is going to be Carson's 4th point of the night. Has 3 assists and a goal, making an immediate impact here at CHS playoffs. As that one shot in, and Girton getting the glove on that one. 4:28 left to go in the 3rd period. It's been a good defensive period by both teams.
Yeah, I don't think either team has really let anything through too much. You know, this is a 1-0 third period in favor of Alabama.
And it was just a good breakaway by Kolar. Set up by Dirksen and Carson. And now Roth with it at the blue line. She'll shoot. Girton makes a save. Another shot. Girton gets the glove on that one, and she'll cover it up with 4:05. Emma Girton's had a lot of great saves in this game, and just sometimes, no matter how many great saves you have, sometimes it's going to be a better shot, and that's been the difference in this one, is just high-quality opportunities that Bama's taking advantage of as Sheely has it down low in the corner. Now out to the point for Van Dyne. Shot, that one's blocked. Starting to see some depth players out there for the Crimson Tide, and Henry colliding at center ice. No penalty. Shot on Girton, and Girton makes a save. 3:31. A little pushing and shoving. Fishback giving Corson a shove there. But cooler heads prevail, and Corson smiling over on her way to the bench.
Man, I would have liked Corson to try and get that over to Sheely. She was all alone breaking to the net. The defender came over to Corson. She opts for the shot there.
And, Corson's still out there. Sheely, who stepped off. And a light check there in the corner. Kept in by Corson. Bounces out into the slot. Taken away. Back behind Girton. Trying to seal the post in case it bounces out in front of her. Zumba gets the clear. No, Van Dyne, good effort, keeps it in. And now the Tigers the other way is Quigley. Quigley will dump it in on the right side of the red line, so no icing. And now Matt, the assistant captain, flips it up the boards. Donato stepped off of the Tigers bench and made a play at that one, but LaRose is out with it. And now Matthew tries to fire it in, taken away by Donato, and she has some speed. She's trying to drive downhill against Grzybowski. Captain be captain. Grzybowski wins that one, stealing the puck away, and now Carson has it on her stick.
Good rush chance there from Donato. Been saying her name all afternoon. And Grzybowski, an even better defensive stop.
So now moving it up are the Tigers. Matthew now has it. She'll flip it up to Grzybowski, who had that great defensive play on that rush by Donato. She'll skate it in, makes a move inside on the toe drag, loses on her stick, rolls in towards Girton. Zahorchak tried to play that one. Grzybowski backhand. That one goes wide. Longworth out there. Comes out to Roth. Roth with the hard shot. That one goes wide. Trying to get her second goal of the game. Grzybowski's going to change for Kolar. Now Roth with it. She'll kick it to Kolar fresh off the bench. Kolar far side boards, drives in. Has it on her backhand. Switches to her forehand. She'll take a shot. Girton makes a save. That one almost played with a high stick. A shot by Banduveris. That one didn't get through. Now Banduveris has it on her stick, but almost turned over, and Zong and Banduveris collide. No penalty, less than a minute left to go. Zahorchak driving downhill. Forced off by Hudson. Puck almost cleared, but Roth keeps it in. Green trying to get it cleared. Flipped up high in the air. Sent across. Back down low. Zahorchak still out there. Kolar, Girton with the save. Puck's still loose. Another shot by Kolar, and Girton's going to cover it up with 30.1 left to go. A lot of action in this final minute. Alabama not taking the foot off the gas, and it's still early in this playoff, so you want to set the tone in this first game, which is going to carry momentum into the next one, as they will move on tomorrow. And they will score. Anna Zahorchak tallies one into the net, and that is the Hattie.
Not just a quick flick of the wrist right off the draw. Pushes it through the center, and Zahorchak lifts it over the shoulder of Girton. And Girton not too happy with herself there, but her teammates lifting her up.
And she's had a strong game.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's just been a lot of pressure by this Frozen Tide, and you can't make every save. And she's made a bunch of them, faced a lot of shots, facing 71 shots in the game. So that's 64 saves with 19 left to go in the Frozen Tide zone. Fishback fires it, goes across to the corner, Roth for it. 12 seconds left to go. LaRoche driving it up. Driving downhill. Cabiosaris. 2 seconds left to go. And Alabama will open CHS playoffs with the win. They'll slide over, give Cut some hugs, and Auburn played a strong game. Didn't have as many shots, had high quality opportunities. As Alabama, as you can see, celebrating the win with their goalie, and both teams will set up for the handshake line. A tough loss for the Tigers. Had a lot of momentum coming into playoffs, and Girton really wanted to get this one, played really well. Noah, what did you see from both sides?
Yeah, I mean, from Alabama, that's just relentless pressure. I mean, you see the skill on their side, and they were just on it all night long. Lots and lots of chances, and ultimately breaking through, and that's what's going to be successful for them going forward in this playoff run. And I talked about it all afternoon long. Auburn, very strong defensive game, even though there were lots and lots of chances from Alabama, and you could see Brea Sineski giving props to Emma Girton there. And I talked about it. They played a really structured game. Alabama could have had 20 goals in this game, but their play kept it to 7. And that does say something about where you're coached, the way that you play. And I'm impressed with the way that Auburn performed this afternoon.
Yeah, they had a tall task. Auburn, as mentioned, it controlled the season series and gets one more win. They'll move on tomorrow. If Georgia can upset Tampa, then that will be the matchup. And if Tampa comes out on top, then it will set up potentially an appearance between the Gators and Clemson with Alabama. So that is the end of this one. Bama takes the opening game of their playoff run 7-2. Thank you so much for joining us here on the CHS YouTube channel for this matchup.